yesterday. It was the beginning of an incredible journey. The year that would change my life forever and chart the course of my destiny. 1959 was an innocent time of hope and change in America. A time when people truly thought anything was possible. At least that's how it was in the Maravich house.
I like that. A young man with confidence.
We took him out in school.
Who won?
Nixon. I voted for JFK.
Just like your dad, always voting for the underdog.
Underdog? Jack Kennedy will have us building houses on the moon by 1970. And you know why? Because he's got confidence.
Let him eat his breakfast, Preston.
There's going to be a lot of changes in the next decade.
Dad was an optimist and a genius at masterminding ways to build my confidence.
You know, I was watching Gene Autry just the other night, and it struck me that a good basketball player can make up for a lot if he has hands as fast as a gunfighter. I'll show you what I mean. Give me the ball. Stand up, Pete. I'm going to show you a little drill. Turn around. Put your hands at your sides. That's it. Now, I don't want you to listen to me. I want you to concentrate. Now, stick your chest out. You don't want people to think you're light in your loafers. All right. Get your shoulders back. All right, now, when I drop this ball, I want you to clap your hands in front of you and catch it behind your back. But I want you to concentrate. I don't want you to listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
That's impossible.
Impossible?
Let's see your gunfighter hands, huh?
All right, Helen.
All right. Don't listen to me, Preston.
You thought you could do it. I knew I could. Confidence.
Despite Pop's inspiration, it didn't change the fact that at school, I was a total social misfit, an unpopular little kid with big dreams. But wasn't this country founded by ordinary guys who dared to believe that big dreams do come true? That's what I was taught.
With liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Okay. Today we're going to talk a little bit about dreams. More specifically, the American dream. Now, the American dream is a concept and a belief that anything is possible. What vision is in your mind today? What would you like to be? And I want you to give me 200 words by the end of the hour on what your dreams are for the future. Any questions? All right, let's get started.
How could I possibly put a dream into words, something I felt in my heart? When I was in the 8th grade, all I wanted to be was a great basketball player like my dad. At 5'2" and 90 pounds, however, who would believe it? I guess only my dad and I could believe it in the beginning. When I wasn't on a basketball court, all I could think of was how some other kid was out there somewhere practicing more than me. I felt they might somehow get the scholarship that was meant for me if I didn't try harder.
Yes, Peter? I need to...
Class?
Yes, sir?
I'll see you here at 3:30 this afternoon to deal with the situation.
I figured when Pop heard I'd skip class, either I'd get Dad's famous paddle, or he'd ground me for the rest of my life.
No, 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 no! Hold it! You need to walk your man into the screen. Cut off the screen. B to B. Tight. That's butt to butt. You got me? Yes. All right, let's go again. Everybody up!
Dad was a retired naval officer, a World War II hero, and very serious man when it came to inspiring and coaching his players over at Clemson College. As far as Pop was concerned, the way a guy played basketball was a reflection of the way he would live his entire life. His teams knew right where he stood. When he spoke, people listened.
I am not spending valuable hours of my life teaching you boys just how to throw a ball through an iron hoop. This is a way of life. I want players to think. Work, sweat, challenge themselves, discipline themselves, because anything else, boys, it just isn't worth it. To anyone. The problem with you boys is simple. You're all a bunch of dummies because you think you know it all. Give me the ball. You see this circle? The size of this circle represents everything that I know about basketball. But the size of this ball represents everything about the game that's never been discovered. This dot is what you know. Combined. Now, if you'll forget about the girls and cars and listen to me, you'll be able to accomplish things that you never thought were possible. I don't care if you're short, slow, tall, or small. You can play with the best of them if you'll dedicate yourself to becoming better. Now let's run these plays again, boys. Let's do it right. Guys, we gotta get them together now. Come on.
Later that afternoon, I had to face the wrath of Vern Pendleton, the high school coach.
You kind of frail for Maravich. Your mama been feeding you?
Yes, sir.
Well, you come from good stock. Don't expect to see you starring on the football team, but look like you might play some basketball.
I don't wear loafers.
Huh? Well, anyway, you know my right-hand man, Carl Canfield, the soda jerk?
Yes, sir.
He lays out the equipment in the dressing room. He'll lock a 41, and we'll start in 2 minutes.
Huh?
You want to practice with the varsity, don't you, son?
Yes, sir.
Well, gear up. Boy, if you waiting on me, you already late. Get a move on.
This was my big break, practicing with the varsity. Little did I know my big break was really the beginning of my big problems. People who are different aren't always welcomed with open arms. I remember first day of practice, I know I didn't fit in. I couldn't even get the right equipment.
Carl! Carl!
What are you doing here?
I'm working out with the team.
Well, you better hurry up. We're getting started.
The supporters too big. It's too big. I need a smaller one.
All right, shoot your 30 free throws. Practice will start in 5 minutes. Get out.
Is that Coach Maverich's boy?
Yeah, I don't know what Dad's up to letting him practice. He's just thinking pest. Haven't you seen him in the halls? He's always carrying a stupid basketball. He's a weird little kid, Sandy.
Well, you gotta give him credit for trying. He's got spunk.
The win-loss column was all Coach Pendleton worried about. As long as the Lions kept winning, I knew he'd never play me. I saw that my chances of taking the place of a senior player were slim to none. And if Coach Pendleton's son Buddy had anything to do with it, I'd never set foot on the court.
Buddy Pendleton brings the ball down court. He finds the seam to go that far away.
I wasn't being cocky. It was confidence telling me I could play better than most of the guys. Confidence which came from practicing Pop's basketball drills for over 10,000 hours since I was 5. Dad helped me develop discipline, dedication, and a desire that helped me believe I could take any guy's place on the team. And that included Buddy Pendleton. If it hadn't been for Carl Canfield, I would have been totally bored. As the others celebrated our winning season, I found myself collecting a lot of splinters in my seat, wondering if I'd ever get my chance to play in a game.
Hey, champ, give me the wrench. It's in the box there, will you? Thanks.
You know, when you're up here, this goal looks like you can make any shot you tried.
I wish I was that tall.
No kidding.
You know, a guy once told me he thought I had a screw loose when I told him I wanted to play in the pros.
You did?
Yeah. Of course, he never took the time to see me play either. Give me the ball. And when you're down on the ground, everything looks hard. It's like you're fighting windmills. Give me the other ball. But a guy who believes that, he sees limits. But a dreamer, he's the kind of guy that believes 2 balls fit through a hoop. When you dream, anything's possible. It's late. How about one game of horse?
I get first shot.
All right. You know, when I was in the 8th grade, I sat on the varsity bench just like you did tonight. I know what you're going through. Your palms sweat and your heart races just like a freight train. Finally, you'll get in the game. And those fans out there, they're not going to know what you're feeling. They're only going to hope that that new kid out there on the floor is going to somehow help the team they love win the game. When you think about it, a dream is nothing more than a big challenge you place on yourself. Your shot. You know what I'm saying, Pete?
Yes, sir.
It's after 10 o'clock, Press Maravich. The neighbors just called.
No kidding. Well, they're up awfully late, aren't they?
Very funny. How long is this going to go on?
Until I beat him.
Yeah? Well, dream on. Best out of 7. Stick around, hon. I need a cheerleader.
Oh, you need a spanking's what you need.
When are you going to act your age, Press?
As soon as you admit yours.
That's E. Horse.
You call that a shot?
Well, it went in, didn't it? I mean, that's all, fellas. Come on, Pete. It's past your bedtime.
Pete, who is the best basketball player ever?
George Mikey.
Nope.
In the 1950 playoffs, he averaged over 31 points.
So?
All right, how about Nat Holman, original Celtics, great faker, great passer?
Nope, too limited.
Listen to you.
Well, what about Dutch Denner?
Invented the pivot play, not to mention he was my coach in the pros.
Close, but no cigar.
No cigar. Okay, wise guy. Who is the best basketball player ever?
You tell me, Pop.
That's my boy.
What are you doing?
Running.
But we've got a game in an hour.
I know. Maybe I should save my energy for all that sitting on the bench.
My first crush had officially begun was Sandy, the captain of the cheerleaders. I knew I was taking my life into my own hands talking to Buddy Pendleton's girlfriend, but she was so beautiful. My knees kind of knocked when I spoke to her.
I saw you in the fall play. You gonna be an actress?
Yeah, right. Marilyn Monroe.
Are you gonna be a movie star?
I don't think so.
Then why be in a play?
She probably thought I was an arrogant little twerp, but I had to say it. I figured, why should she waste her time being an actress if she wasn't going to dedicate herself to being the best?
Stay under control. Play the game, boy. All right, son. Stay under control. Play it right. Are you ready? Let's get it. We got it. We got it. No problem. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Guys, let's go. Let's go. We was some good. We ain't worth a plug nickel. In 30 years of coaching, I never seen a game handed over to another team like that. And you, Maravich, that boneheaded bull's fine for Barnum and Bailey Circus, but for Daniel High, that's dumb basketball. Now you think about it over the weekend, and if you play basketball the right way, I'll let you dress out with the team. And if you can't, forget it.
Oh, hey, Pete. Thought you were great tonight.
We lost.
Well, you can't win all the time.
When you lose, that's all that people remember.
Well, I still think you were great.
If you're smart, you'll quit. Tonight.
He didn't mean to do it.
Get out of here. You're standing up for him?
It was an accident, buddy.
Fine, if that's the way you're gonna be, I'm going out walking the guys tonight.
How could Sandy or anyone know what was happening inside me?
Buddy. Hey, Maravich! Thanks a lot, hot dog.
Losing the game felt like a knife in my heart. I had conditioned myself to believe that only winning was acceptable, nothing less. I felt like I'd let down the guys on the team, fans, Daniel High School, and my hero, my father.
I thought I'd find you here. You were right on the money with that pass. You know, Pete, you have something that the richest man in the world could never buy. A gift. Right now, you may think that you're a little out of place, like you're doing things all wrong. But you take my word. You're on the right track. Your mother and I, we can't afford to send you to college. But if you dedicate yourself and use your God-given ability, one day you will start on the varsity team. I know that, son. And if you're good enough, you can get a college scholarship. Maybe even play in the pros and be on a championship team.
I must have heard those words 1,000 times. And it was that night I realized I wanted to be the pistol.
Rise on my own again. So did you tell Pete it's best he quit the team?
We talked.
As usual, my opinion doesn't count.
Helen, it's
now we're getting to the heart of the problem, Press. You know, you're always fighting windmills.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's one thing that you're always fighting odds, but does our little boy have to do the same?
Now, wait a minute. Just a few weeks ago, you were ecstatic because Pete made the team.
I was ecstatic because I know how much he wants to be just like you, on the varsity at 13. But it's not going to happen because all Vern Pendleton sees is a 5'2", 90-pound boy.
Helen, you just don't understand what he's going through.
I understand Pete's hurting.
Sure he's hurting. When I was Pete's age, I was scratching just to get out of the steel mills in Aliquippa. And my lungs, they were full of black smoke. And my hands, they were raw from working 15 hours a day. You don't think I was hurting? But it built character, Helen. That pain down deep in my soul kept driving me to be something better. I can coach him until I'm blue in the face. But until he feels that burning in his soul, my words mean nothing.
He's just a boy.
I know.
Most kids sleep with teddy bears.
It's tough being a kid, chasing a grown-up dream. Through the pain and tears and confusion, I knew I had to keep pursuing my dream. For Pop and for me. Whether or not anyone else ever understood what was happening inside. When the emotion and pressure would overcome me, I lost myself in drills Pop had taught me.
Finger peg control. Backspin, follow through.
Finger peg control. Backspin, follow through. Many of those lonely nights, my dad's basketball drills were the only things helping me make it through.
Finger peg control. Backspin, follow through.
Some people look for reasons not to like you. 4 weeks had passed since I hit Buddy in the face. I still felt alone, like a fish swimming upstream.
Hey, Squirt, you supposed to have a basketball in the hall?
Sticky little 8th grader.
All right. As you know, each day this quarter, we've asked one student to share their dreams for the future with the rest of the class. Peter, it's your turn today.
My dream is to get a college scholarship to play basketball.
Class, it's enough. Go ahead, Peter.
Now I'm going to be the first man to make $1 million playing pro basketball.
Hey.
Also, I want to play on a championship team and get a big ring that says I was one of the best basketball players ever.
Thank you.
Listen, I want to talk to you about Pete. Look, either he's good enough to play on the team or he isn't. But if you're just using him to get your loafers to hustle, then you're a lot dumber than I thought.
Hold on, partner. You out of line now.
Am I, Coach? I just want to know why you're not playing Pete.
He's got to mature, Press.
Mature? He's got more discipline and maturity than your starting five. And that includes your boy, Buddy.
Press, let's don't get personal about this now. Sure, your boy's got some talent. He just needs to be corralled a bit and polished up.
But if you got a good horse, you run him, Vern.
Coach, I didn't want to tell you this, but it looks like you just forced my hand.
Well, go ahead and say it, because I'd give anything to know what's going on in that mind of yours.
Well, your boy's got himself into some trouble.
I'm listening.
He's picked up that showboat ball from the Negroes. I saw him playing across the tracks. I hate to break that to you, but I figured somebody ought to tell you. Sure, that kind of stuff's fine for the Globetrotters, but in Rio ball, you saw what happened when I put him in the ball game. He almost broke Buddy's nose.
You gotta be kidding, Coach. I think your boy should have had that pass. And the only kind of ball that Pete knows how to play is instinctive. Not gonna stand there for 10 minutes and think about a pass. He's not gonna send up flares. Don't you understand what I'm saying? He knew Buddy was open. He knew it. Now, Pete's got moves that nobody's ever seen before. And you're keeping a ball and chain on a guaranteed winner, Vern. Now, why don't you cut him loose? Huh? Why don't you give the kid a shot?
What are we doing, Pop? Man-to-man or zone?
Button it up, Walt. Man-to-man.
Okay, man-to-man, let's do it.
Second.
1, 2, 3, Lions!
Pass to Buddy. I guess.
How'd you know he was open?
I just knew.
All right, go sit down.
Pete, check in for Walt.
Guarding me? Isn't that the little Maravich kid? Yeah!
You know, you shoot from the hip like a gunfighter.
Thanks.
Dad! Yo! What are you doing just thinking about last night's win.
And read today's paper?
Nope.
Well, you should have. Listen to this. Daniel High School basketball team provided great entertainment last night thanks to the showmanship of 5-foot 8th grader Pete Maravich. Daniel High Gymnasium hadn't seen so many moves since football homecoming dance. Daniel High, traditionally dominated by senior players, led by Buddy Pendleton, has taken on a new form with little Maravich leading the band. Hidden lead squat, Dad.
What matters is that we're winning.
It gets worse. There were times when Pistol Pete's teammates... Pistol Pete? What the heck is Pistol Pete?
That's a showbiz name, like Houdini.
Can you believe this garbage?
You got something to say it.
I want Maravich off the team. You need unity on a team, and none of us like him.
Why not?
Come on, Dad. He's a goofy little 8th grader, and we're all seniors. What about your tradition?
What about it?
You always play seniors.
Like I said, the bottom line is the win-loss column. I was even thinking about starting him.
For who?
For Walk or you.
You know, they're saying we're shoo-ins in the state playoffs, and that ain't gonna happen with Maravich on the team breaking us down.
I'll think about it, son.
Get him today, Dad. It'd be best. You have our full support, especially Walks.
I'd been starting for a few weeks, and Daniel High was winning, but I felt I could continue to improve my game.
How do you do that?
Pop showed it to me. You want to try one?
Every day I'd go to Clemson College, and Pop would give me some of his new drills he called homework basketball. The only kind of homework I really enjoyed doing. One day old Moose came looking for me. It seemed he wanted a scholarship about as bad as I did and was willing to put his reputation with the guys on the line. I decided to give him an initiation to see how serious of a dreamer he really was.
Try this one. Pop calls this the ricochet. Dad taught me is quick draw. You try it, Moose. Okay, put your hands by your side like you're about to draw your pistols. Clap in front and kiss the ball behind your back. Okay? Concentrate. Whatever you do, don't listen to me.
I can do that.
Say what?
Watch the wall quickness.
You ready?
Barnes, you try it, CD.
Okay, then don't listen to me.
Hey, buddy, you try it. You can do it.
I don't do circus acts.
I bet Pistol Pete can do it. What's this?
I hadn't won everybody over yet, but at least Sandy seemed to be supporting me, even if it was from a distance.
Then look what happens to this offense. The forward sets a pick on this man as the guards break at the same time. One to here, the other to here.
Don't you let him talk your ears off. You can go home anytime you want to.
Honey, is something burning? The center cuts. Sets a pick on this man as the other forward cuts across the baseline here.
I'm not even cooking anything.
Then find something. Stay with me now. It's very simple.
Pop would talk long into the night about his two favorite subjects, basketball and me. But the very style of basketball that would have people screaming and jumping out of their seats 20 years later put some of the top coaches in the country to sleep.
Speed and execution, otherwise a little bit of backfire. We take Pete, for instance. Right here in my house, I've got the guard of the future. He can execute at the blink of an eye and leave the defense scratching their heads. Of course, a play like this is a moot point if you don't have 5 players on the court that can make it work. I mean, otherwise, you're just spitting in the wind. You got me?
Hey, Marshall, look.
Pistol Pete and the Moose.
Dr. Pepper, 2. Where's it at, Mark?
Yeah, that's pretty good there, little Pete. Yeah.
I'm teaching Moose. He's gonna get a college scholarship.
Moose?
Yeah, Moose.
Well, he's off to a good start. Media attention's the name of the game. He's playing for the best team in the state.
Who might that be, Mr. Carl?
Myron, don't start with me. You know good and well.
Yeah, all right, I know.
Your darn fool ideas.
What?
He thinks we should get the Lions to play Cleveland. He says they're the best team in the state.
Colored team?
Yeah, ain't that a screamer?
Well, let's do it.
No, that's just a little dream there, little Pete, that's all.
Are they the best or not?
Yes, sir. It is.